Hi everyone, I'm Layla, and today it is just me on the episode. So like Hayes said last week, we are both doing solo episodes. There was just some scheduling issues, and Hayes is like traveling because she's so cool, and I'm just at home bored. No, I'm just kidding. But we thought it would be fun to do solo episodes but answer the same questions. And I actually had a plan to not watch Hayes' episode before I answered the questions. But then I got nervous that we would have the same answers, and so I actually just watched it, because I don't always watch our episodes, back, which is kind of bad to say, but it's okay. And I'm glad I did that, because I would have had really similar answers to all the questions, and so, I'm not gonna, we're just gonna change it up, and these will all be my genuine answers, but some stories I picked were different ones from what I was going to say, because Hayes already said them. She did a great job, by the way. Love her. So yeah, first of all, before we start, thank you guys so much for watching my solo episode. If you get tired of hearing me yap, I'm so sorry. My friends that see me every day don't watch this because I yap every day, and you're gonna then be annoyed at me next time you see me, and it's not gonna be my fault. Anyways, first question, favorite part of podcasting? The comments that we get are one of mine. I always read the comments. They're really sweet. Even if I don't respond to you, I'm very sorry. I just get tired. But I always read the comments. They're always very sweet and supportive. Especially, and no offense to all of our friends, I love that my friends watch it, but especially from people that we don't know. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, we're actually touching these people's lives in some way, or, just people out there that have found it through an algorithm or through us posting about it, commenting and being like, this is great, especially other younger blind people. Hayes' mom, I think, posted it on the Parents of Blind Children Facebook group, and there's so many comments of oh my gosh, I have my so-and-so year old blind kid listening to this and they love it. And I'm just that is so amazing, because when I was younger, I feel I would have loved to have something to listen to and just laugh about like this, and I think I would have really enjoyed it. Least favorite part, honestly, scheduling. Because we have a day that we usually film, but then sometimes it doesn't work, and then it's exhausting. And then Hayes scares me because she procrastinates and doesn't edit until the last minute, and then often I'm busy on Saturdays, and so then I have to ask her to post for me, and it's really I feel bad. And so yeah, YouTubers, the people who are watching this on YouTube, if it's ever out late, it's because I didn't feel like posting, or I was busy and I couldn't post, and Hayes didn't post for me for some reason. And so I just think the act of scheduling episodes to go out every week is really annoying. I love the filming. I love, talking to my bestie, and even coming up with titles. I do the titles and Hayes does the descriptions primarily. You should read those, by the way, they're good. But I enjoy that. Scheduling is really annoying. Funny behind the scenes moment that people wouldn't know about. I'm trying to think, because there's so many that are edited out. Oh, I have one. Okay. So in our episode with Campbell Rutherford, when she talked about math and Desmos and stuff, you should go check it out if you're, a blind kid, or just anyone interested in assistive technology or math or anything like that. It was a great episode. There was 5 solid minutes that I was not in the recorded call for that, because my thing disconnected. And I remember, I think this was edited out, but I left the meeting because it disconnected, and Campbell was like, oh, should I keep going? And Hayes was like, yeah, I guess just keep going. And so Hayes was just asking all the questions, and I wasn't there, and I had to get back in really quietly. It was not good. It was very scary. So my internet crashing during one of our most important guest episodes. No offense to all of our other guests, we love you, but it was yeah. Biggest mishap, Hayes said this one, and I tried to think of another one and I couldn't. Last week when we recorded a whole episode and then it didn't record, I genuinely wanted to cry. And it wasn't while filming. The question is biggest mishap while filming. It wasn't while filming. Technically it was after, because it didn't save, but I wanted to cry. We didn't have an episode. It was terrible. So I think that has to be our biggest filming mishap. Why did we start? Okay. So I'm going to say what Hayes said, and then I have some other ones too. So we made a speech last April at an event for an organization, Waypoint. Shout out to Waypoint, we love you. We made a speech together, and we wrote it, I kid you not, the night before on the phone. We are D1 procrastinators right here. Wrote it the night before on the phone, and just, did it and winged it, honestly. I did not have that whole thing memorized. And it felt really good being up there and speaking with her. I mean, the crowd, like, we have videos, and we genuinely, I mean, I don't know if they were pity laughs or not, but we genuinely made the crowd laugh, and, like, we got really good applause at the end. It was only, like, a 3-minute speech. It wasn't a whole thing, but it felt really good to be up there, and just our chemistry and the jokes we made, and then the serious stuff we talked about, too. It all felt really good. And so then we were like, we should start a podcast. And Hayes, as a kid, had, like, there was a YouTube channel once upon a time with a bunch of our blind friends talking about blind kids, and that, you know, needless to say, lasted, I think, less than a month. I was not part of it because at that time I was too young and I wasn't allowed to be. And so Hayes had always kind of been into that stuff, and I had always wanted to, but never really done it. And she was like, let's start a podcast. And I was like, okay. Or I don't know who had the idea first, but it really was the speech and just our chemistry and the way we talked, and I just felt really good, and she felt really good about it, and we both just really wanted to start that and make something that matters and get out to people. I've always thought it's really good to spread the message of blindness and how to normalize blindness in society, especially to other people. It's a very low incidence disability. We've spoken about this a lot. So I also just wanted to do it because of that. I think the more awareness, the better, especially, I mean, you have a lot of blind, I would say there are more blind adult influencers, than blind teens. There are not many blind teens out there doing what we're doing, and not saying that we're influencers, because I don't know if we're at that level yet, but, just spread awareness and make people laugh, make people smile. And so, yeah. Favorite episode. No, I have a lot. All of our guest episodes are amazing. I love them. Those are always really fun to film. My favorite one that I, like, voluntarily will go back and watch, because I do watch this, but low-key, it's kind of boring after I've already, like, filmed it. The one I go back and watch sometimes is our Q&A. And I really found that really fun because a lot of our friends, like, submitted questions, and we had a lot of people submit things, and it was just really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. I think we got some really good questions. We got some pretty obvious ones and some pretty obscure ones too. And so I will actually go back and watch that one just for fun. I thought that was really fun. It was really fun collecting questions. It was really fun filming it. It's fun to watch. So I think I'm gonna have to say the Q&A. Yeah, it was kind of lighthearted. It was, you know, viewer engagement. It was just fun. Okay. Moment that still makes me laugh. Okay, I have a great one for this. So during the Would You Rather episode, it was, would you rather have a theme song play every time you enter a room or a dramatic narrator describing your life? And Hayes was giving examples of the dramatic narrator that were pretty, you know, Layla deprecating, if you get my drift. You know, for example, Layla sitting around being a bum. She said Layla is getting very flustered talking to, and said a name that just is someone that I get flustered talking to. And this person, a lot of you know who this is. And so she bleeped it out, but you could still hear, like, the vaguest, like, first letter impression of the name. And when I first watched that, I genuinely, like, cackled. And it's an Instagram reel now too, and it's a YouTube short and an Instagram reel. Go look it up. It's hilarious. And so her editing there was perfect. The bleep out was perfect. I loved it so much. Even though at the time I, like, yell at her afterward. I'm like, Hayes, like, you can't say that. You can't be calling me out. And calling that person out. And so that was just a really funny moment that I still laugh about. I'm going to go watch the reel after this. Most embarrassing thing I've ever said. I have a couple. So my first one is when I talked about getting in trouble for my phone in class, only because that, I'm pretty sure, is our most, like, viewed and liked Instagram reel that has been reposted. If you don't follow our Instagram, go do that. Didn't see that coming .podcast. We repost a lot of stuff. We do a little bit of bonus content, a lot of photos for the episodes. It's great. But that is, like, our most viewed one, and I feel it definitely gives me, like, a bad, like, bad rap, I don't know, bad something, because, like, people think I'm, like, a baddie, you know, and so that is kind of embarrassing. I think about it sometimes. I'm like, I wonder who else saw that. I also, you know, the story where I stepped in the toilet is pretty embarrassing. All of the stories about me not knowing things, like how I didn't know trees were green, or how I didn't know that, what's it called? Oh, I didn't know how to wave or like do the be quiet sign. And I call myself out. That's kind of embarrassing. So I just think, yeah, like me doing stupid stuff or being dumb, which is fine. But yeah, advice to other podcasters. I would say, Hayes said this too, and I have a couple more things, but first of all, the first episode really is the hardest. After you do the first one, you're like, okay, I can do this. And you put it out and you're like, okay, I can do this. Second of all, send it to people. Like, I think we released our first episode. I texted either the YouTube or Spotify link to probably like 20 people in my contacts, like that first day. I was like, hey, check out my podcast if you want. Like, just watch it. You know, you got to get it out there. That first step is like getting it out there. And then, you know, you get a couple like loyal followers that like keep watching you. And then you gradually get more, right? You got to send it out to people. You got to like get it out. Like, send it to your family, send it to your friends, post it on your socials, like whatever. And just be on multiple platforms. Like, I think Spotify and YouTube, we also could expand, and having an Instagram as well has definitely gained our popularity a lot more than, say, if we were only on Spotify, right? Having multiple platforms gives more people time to see you, like more people, more chances to see you. And it just makes like the algorithm want to recommend you more. It just makes it better. So being on more platforms, and then I would honestly say, whatever you want to talk about, like, learn a lot about it, because I do kind of wish that for some of our episodes, our earlier episodes, we would have done more research. Learn a lot about it and then talk about it, because odds are, if it's an interest, you know, someone else is going to be interested in it and going to find your podcast and be like, I love that too. If it's something you're passionate about, like for me, blind awareness and equality, someone is going to find that and also be passionate about that, or want to learn about that, or, you know, just a resource for someone. So whatever it is, you know, research it, learn about it, and talk about it. Talk about whatever you want, because someone is going to be interested just like you. You're going to find people that share your passion, especially, you know, me and my co-host, sharing our passions. And just do it, honestly. Just go for it. You know what? If no one ever watches it, you did it. You got out there. You have experience filming a podcast. You can just film more until someone watches it. And, you know, if you get internet famous, you get internet famous. And then, like, there's no pressure to, like, do it for the rest of your life or anything. I think, like, honestly, I don't know what's going to happen when Hayes and I go to college. I'm hoping we're still going to do the podcast, but I don't know. I'm also sorry this was shorter than our normal episodes. I don't know how Hayes filled up 17 minutes of her episode, or however long it was, but I don't know. I thought I liked T-App more than this. I'm so sorry. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my answers to the questions. If you have any more, you know, comment them down below on either of our episodes. We could totally do something like this again, or more solo episodes, or, you know, something like this with both of us. Just let us know. Again, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Follow us, subscribe, 5-star rating, comment, like, you know, all the things. Encourage that nice algorithm that I was talking about earlier to share us with more people if you like us. And I think that's it. If you have any, you know, questions or want to reach out, you can DM us on Instagram. Again, comment. We have an email. Didn't see that coming. .podcast123@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I won't see you later. And neither will Hayes, even though she's not here.